Well, hello there, my Facebook friends. How are you? Greetings tonight on this very special Friday, the 15th of November. It's a special day. I'll tell you why in just a moment. But I want to talk about the good of social media. You know, it seems like in the news lately, there's been a lot of people saying, oh, social media is bad. It's not good. We're spending too much time and people get rough there. Well, hey, I can't disagree that there's people that you will misuse it and will do activities on there that they shouldn't do. But I find it really incredible that we can send out messages like I'm doing right here. I'm just sitting here, got a little mic on, I'm talking into my smartphone, and I get a chance to connect with wonderful people, you that I'm connected to here on Facebook. I like that. I like the fact that we can do that and we don't have to pay a whole lot of money for it. Yeah, I know they're taking information about what we say. I might say Buick Regal or something, and then they track me with Buick Regal advertisements, which, by the way, I don't need a car, okay? We don't have one. We don't need a Buick Regal. Not the nice cars for those that want them, but not for me. But yeah, I get it. But it's called, what you got to do is use your brain. If you type in something, hey, I want this or that, realize, okay, the way they make money here is they then advertise to you. And by the way, if I'm looking for something, I like advertisements that come to me when I'm looking for something and I'm typing in, I want to know about blue Oogie Woogies or whatever, because the blue Oogie Woogies are really nice. Well, then I want to know about it, and it's good. So social media, I think, is what you make of it. I embrace a lot of the Stoic philosophy. It's not a matter of what happens to you. What it is you have to decide how you're going to treat it and how you're going to deal with it. What does happen is really something you can't control. Hey, Jeff, hope you're doing well. Nice to see you here. Welcome aboard. And so the social media has the ability to do a lot of good. And I would say, hey, it's like so much in technology. Really, it's up to us. Ever since technology's been coming out, there's always been something good and something bad. Look at airplanes. You know, hey, have people died on airplanes? Sure. Yeah, it's a terrible thing, a terrible tragedy. And we wish that that had not happened. And will they die in the future? I hope not, but there's a chance it could. Does that mean we don't embrace that technology? No. And by the way, flying airplane is the safest form of transportation. We know that today because we've learned from our mistakes. So I think that's the key. We learn from mistakes. When you do something that you shouldn't be doing, or you make a mistake on social media, adjust. Like the Marines say, improvise, adapt, and overcome. And what we'll do is we will adjust that way and make it happen. So let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your comments on that. What you think about social media. I do a lot with relationship marketing. And I think social media is a wonderful way to build relationships. Good relationships. Now there's different levels of relationships. Some people it's just a, hi, I know you, how you doing? You walk across the hall and you shake their hand. You don't know them real well. That's okay. Then there's other people that know you a little bit, or people that you could go camping with. Hey, you take your family and their family and you go out and go camping. You know them. It's a pretty close relationship. But it all is a matter of relationship levels. And in business, it's kind of the same thing. In business, some people know you just as they know your store, or they know you're the chiropractor, or you're the professional speaker they saw at a meeting. And so that's good. You have that. But then other times you have a much deeper connection in that. And so it's all about relationship marketing, and that's what social media is. Social media is connecting with people and learning about what they're doing. I think it's good. And by the way, I mentioned earlier we have a celebration tonight. Yeah, we're going to go celebrate today. It was it's a special day because it was Friday, November the 15th, 1996. That's right, November 15th came on a Friday then. I closed on the condo I'm in right now. And then the next day, Saturday the 16th, I spoke for the NSA Central Florida chapter over in Tampa. And it was a fun time. Matter of fact, at the same hotel where we are right now. So it was kind of fun to do that and to see how things come along and how they change. And I said, hey, Caroline, hope you're doing well. Good evening. Buenos noches. See, I'm working on my Spanish. I am. Joaquin would be proud of me. He gave me some CDs and he wanted me to learn Spanish. Well, I'm learning it now, Duolingo and stuff. So I'm working on that, and I'm sure he would be proud. Anyway, so it was a momentous day. 23 years ago right now, I had moved here and became a Florida resident. And I talked about that in my program that I did the next day for the Central Florida chapter, and it has begun a wonderful journey and adventure being in that chapter. And it's a great time, and planning to go there tomorrow. Tomorrow morning we have a meeting, so we're heading over, and it's going to be a fun time. Chuck Gallagher is speaking tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about ethics, and I'm sure he'll talk a little bit about video as well, so I'm looking forward to that as well. But I think that, you see, that's part of social media too. Is social media good or bad? Yes, and yes. It can be good to get word out, to connect with people more, to get a chance to see people and to really be there with them in a committed, deep way, or in a superficial way if that's appropriate. We also, I think, one of the best things about Facebook is that you have the different groups. So I have groups where I go and we work on this particular subject and everyone's interested in that. Another group, they wouldn't care about that, but they've got their own thing. And so I find what we've got to do is decide for us, how are we going to live? And live proactively, taking control of your life, realizing that what happens to you, something you can't control, but you can always control how you react to it. Always you are in control. It's like people who say, oh, so-and-so made me mad. Really? Really? No, they didn't make you mad. You chose to be mad based on what that person did. I think Eleanor Roosevelt said it well. No one can make you mad without your permission. And so it's really up to us on how we react. You are always in control. If you see someone that's going, oh, I just feel terrible, you're choosing to feel that way. If you choose to feel good, that's your choice. Bad. I tend to embrace more of the philosophy that Marcus Aurelius talked about, and Epictetus, Seneca, and people like that, called the Stoics. And they said, look, we're going to live life and be good. Do what is right. Do what is just. Do what is the proper thing to do in every situation. And then you'll live a good life. And I think that that is the way to do it, to realize things are going to happen. Weather's going to happen. You can't stop it. You can't stop some people in the way they're going to react. Actually, like everyone except yourself. You can control yourself. Viktor Frankl talked about that as well. You know, when here he was a psychiatrist, and he was thrown into both Auschwitz and later Dachau. Terrible, terrible tragedy, what happened there. But he came out and he wrote about it, and he said he saw people there, and those that chose to live their life in their own way. That is the way to do it. And Caroline, I see you say you're a Stoic like my uncle. You bet. My niece is a Stoic. And it's like, okay, we're going to be good. We're going to do good, and we will be good as much as we can. Now, are we perfect? No, not at all. I'm far from it. I make mistakes all the time, and I kick myself, and I look and I go, oh, I can't believe I did that. But we get up and we try it again. We go at it, we work harder, and we make it next time. Well, we're going to go and celebrate. Gina and I are celebrating, again, our 23 years in the state of Florida. 23 years ago today, a Friday, November 15th, 1996. That was the day that I signed the mortgage and got into the condo here. We've had 23 wonderful years. I'd say I'm off to a good start, and looking forward to even more ahead in the future and sharing those with you. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I will look forward to staying in touch with you.